Alright, so we have our square, and because we were pulling things as we worked, that's why we have nice clear holes. But we want to add the maroon yarn now, so I take my yarn and I grab it, and I usually hold the hook along with just so I won't lose it. That helps me know about how much of a tail to leave. Cut. Now move over, just like a slip or a chain, but you're going to pull all the way through. That makes a permanent knot. That piece is going to bother me that it's in my way, so let me stick the hook right through and just pull it so that it'll be not where it's in my way. That's what you do with the tails. You can either use a hook or a big fat yarn needle from the fabrics, from Michael's, to put the tails inside. But now we're ready to add the maroon, so we set this down and start with our maroon. We make a slip knot. And when you make the slip knot, you have the end of the yarn here, and all of the work is done with the end that goes to the ball of yarn. That's what comes around and passes through. That way, that's how you make this kind of knot. It does that trick. Put it on the hook. Now, in the same corner where we had just finished, we want to attach this to the project. So we go right through and grab and do a slip stitch. And that basically makes just a loop to hang it onto the ivory yarn. Now we just pretend it's the ivory. We started a new row, so we chain 2. I still want 3 because I make big stitches. So I added a 3rd one. That's a personal choice. It really doesn't matter. Now I make 2 more doubles. I'm going to do where I keep this yarn here out of my way. Now I'm going to make the double. There's one double. Oh, now I'm looking at it thinking that's too much of a chain after all. So I'm going to take the double out and one of my chains, so now we just have a chain 2. Now I'm going to try that double again. There's a double. And another. And just like before, those 2 doubles combined with the chain makes 3 doubles. So now we chain 1 and go to the next hole. Now we're going to the next hole, so again we chain 1 and go to the next. Oh, that didn't work. There's 1. Here's 2. There's 3. And just for reference, here's what 4 would look like if you put too many in. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'll pull out that one, because we only wanted 3, of course. Now to get to the next hole, we have to turn. We're no longer working this way. We have to go this way. That means this is a corner, so we're not going to the next hole yet. We're not done. We have to chain 2 and make our 3 doubles here. There's 2. There's 3. And you see how it's weirdly shaped right now, but you yank it this way and that, it makes a corner. So now we have completed one whole side, and we've begun the next side. We're going on to the next hole, so we chain 1 and carry on. 2, 3. And chain 1 to go to the next hole. 2, 3. That's starting to get big, so I'm going to pull it back. Obviously, we're needing to do this side now, so we chain 2. And we work in the same opening. 1, 2, 3. Now we're ready to go to the next. Chain 1. 1, 2, 3. Now we still need to go to the next, so another chain 1. 2, 3. Now we're turning again, making a corner, so we chain 2 for a corner. And then we go in the same opening again. 1, 2, 3. Alright, next hole. So chain 1. 1, 2, 3. And now it's a little bit clearer this time than it was in the ivory, but you can see all of the corners have 2 sets. This corner only has the 1 set. So we're going to chain 1 and go build the other set. So we go 1, 2, 3. now this corner has two sets of three, just like all the other corners. So all we have to do is connect the two. And just like these have two chains between them, this one also needs two chains between it. 1, 2. But instead of, like here, we made the two chains and then made the next stitches. Here, the next stitches are already there, so all we do is slip stitch together to join them. And that's that. That's the entire square the way we've been trying to make them. So I'll cut and then tie it off by looping around and pretending I'm making a chain and just pull it all the way through. If you wanted to make a fourth round, you would follow the same pattern that you did for the third round, except after you make the corner, you chain one and go on, but this time you chain one and go on again, and then the next corner. And that's how it's done. And you can grab this square and pull it apart and see how there's the three in each space.